Magic's about to happen. Absolute magic's going to happen. This is a big week, and it starts now. We got the 100K. We got the 50K Poker Players Championship. We got the 250K. We got big money on the line. This is a big week to make or break how we're going to look by the end of it. Just like the old days, Mr. Phil Ivey raking in pots here at the World Series of Poker. You love to see it, Phil. Give the people at home what they want. A big old smile. What's that? Look at that grin. See, only DNeg can get him to grin like that.
Hey, I work hard every motherfucking day. I work hard every day. Today is my day. It's my day.
Well, good morning, everybody. Slept good. I was up this morning for the premiere. For those of you that don't know, when the vlog releases at 9:15 in the morning. We got, the mod father, Jimmy Bluffett in there, and we've got, thousands of people sort of watching and chatting as you go. And I jumped in there this morning and do when I can, when I'm up, which is rare, but woke up 9 a.m. I don't know why, just did. I feel good, feel fresh, which is good because sort of touching on last night, when we were leaving, wanted to sort of get a little deeper and explain what I was saying. It was like, so in the Gladiator and, throughout the World Series, stress levels are high, you're not sleeping as much as you normally are, you're playing a lot of poker, you're doing all that stuff. For me, I have added stuff, right, that I do. Obviously, the vlog is one thing, but that's pretty easy, just shooting the shit with you guys. What's difficult, especially in something like the Gladiator, is you guys see it, but you don't get it, I promise. Like, unless you've experienced it the way that I have for, several years, like I said, the majority of the time, it's more than manageable. But during those type of events, and maybe partly why I've avoided a lot of the big field events, is it's difficult to just play. Like, I don't get to just play, Sometimes I want to just play, but everyone has their moment. They want, they don't know when they're going to see me again or whatever, and it's a big deal. I get it. And they want to share a little story with me, whatever it is. I was in the Gladiator last year, and I had. Imagine that over and over and over. Like, I had 2 kings and I thought of you. And then, when you said that, and it's like, I appreciate it genuinely, the fact that people care, right? But man, sometimes I'm not crazy to say this, right? It can be difficult at times when it becomes a little overwhelming. And I was definitely overwhelmed yesterday. And I don't know if that led to the mistakes, because I made 2 that went in the oopsie meter yesterday. But, I think overall, just because here's the thing, what you don't understand about me is I'm an introvert. What? How can you be an introvert, Daniel? That doesn't make any sense, because you probably don't know the actual definition is the way that it's really supposed to be written in psychological profiling. I'm a talkative introvert. Introvert doesn't mean you're afraid of social environments or, you're not good and stuff like that. It generally means that, like, you charge your batteries when you're alone by yourself. That's when I charge my batteries. I expend energy when I'm with people. It drains me of what I've got. So during the World Series, like something like the Gladiator, I'm constantly expending energy, which leads to fatigue more quickly, and that can often lead to mistakes and things like that. So something to be mindful of. Like I said last night, it is what it is. It's the life we chose, and I wouldn't give it back for anything. But sometimes you deal with it, and sometimes it's overwhelming. In the meantime, breakfast is served, a little oatmeal, some berries, and then we start the day. All right, people, off we go. It is now 12. We don't know what traffic's going to be like, so we don't restart till 1, but we have the luxury of the steam room we can hang out in. Today, we've got day 2 of the $1,500 8 game. I was cruising. I had 100K. I lost that triple drop pot, which was bonkers. So we got 64. I think that's below average, probably. I think the average is about 85. But not too far off. 64,000 playing 4 and 8,000 limits gives us 8 big bets. And if you know anything about how I talk about limit, 8 big bets is decent, not too bad. Average is about 12 or 13, something like that. I don't know, 10, 11. Yeah, we're in good shape. We're fine. We're gonna give it a go. I love 8 game, like I said. One of the key things, similar to the dealer's choice, that I look at when I'm playing an 8 game is I try to figure out the games that people lay down in. When I say lay down, it means they don't fuck with you. They just, if they play, they have a good hand. Simple, right? The game that I find, for the most part, especially on day 1, where that was true, was 7-card stud. It's difficult to screw with people in 7-card stud. you know, if you have a bad up card and whatnot. But, you know, some good stud players, they'll be there with you. They'll fight. They'll fight on fifth. They'll fight till fifth, till sixth. You know, they'll call you down with pairs where, you know, people that are, you know, not as versed in the game will just lay down to you. And that's when you can just open every hand. So stud was one I found that was true. But really, all eight games, I felt like my table I could push around. Today, we've got Dylan Lindy on my left, I believe. So I don't think, well, he doesn't lay down in any games. So we won't be able to do that. But we're going to just play. We're just going to play our cards. All right, yesterday this gentleman was at my table. And you wrote a book on mixed games, right? Mixed game, what's it called?
Mastering mixed games.
Mastering mixed games. Okay, so I want just to get your take, you know, because I sort of thought maybe this guy played triple draw. I raised under the gun. You have 3, 4, 6 under the gun +1 and triple draw do 7. What do you do? That's it.
As fast as possible.
As fast as possible. Okay, so you don't like catch a 5 and then keep going all the.
Oh, the 5 was good for him, you know. Because then he had 3, 4, 5, 6. He had 4 to a straight.
Yeah, that's not good. 67. See, this is what you learned. Did he? I want to know. Did he learn that in your book?
No.
Because if he did, that book ain't worth much. All right, here we go. This man limped the small. I raise. He just leads pot. I'm gonna re-raise pot all in. Pot. Re-raise pot. All right, it's PLO. I have a pair of queens. What do you have? 2 pairs. I have a straight draw, flush draw, a queens. You know, all the things. Go ahead. You can deal. There's a queen. Oh, he needs a 4 now. That's not a spade. And I have a spade, 4 spade. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
GG. Sick one.
Yeah.
All right.
You did me a favor, though.
What's that?
All right. So, a few years ago.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, I'll cut the camera. And they want to share a little story with me. I appreciate it, genuinely, the fact that people care. All right, we're over here in the Horseshoe Rec Center. And the only drawback, and occasionally you're at a table where there's that big, see it right over there, that big vent. I'm like right under it. And it doesn't look like we're breaking anytime soon, 10 tables away. So we got the hoodie up. And basically, I'm going to stand and watch from here. This is my table. I'm just going to get a little exercise, stand and watch. Because it's, I mean, even with the hoodie, you can feel it coming down on me pretty hard. We're playing a big one. I got a pair. You got a pair? You got ace king. Okay, the classic flip. This is for, I think I'm all in, yeah. Well, whatever. We're good at flips these days. Big one. Big flip. Oh, we need a queen. All right. I think you got me, right? We'll check. We'll just check to make sure, but I think you do. Okay, well, we didn't have to worry about the cold because right after I said that, pick up queens, make it 5K at 1 and 2. He makes it 17 on the button. I have 100 total. I contemplated whether or not I had any room for like a 4-bet that wasn't a jam, but I don't have a lot of bluffs there when I do that anyway, so I think it's just fine to put it in. No mistake there. You know, we were up against queens. We had an average stack. The average stack is 113K, pretty close to the money. Win that pot, we're big pimping. Unfortunate, because it felt good about, you know, limit games and things like that, but when you get queens, 6-handed, and you have to play against ace king, you do. Well, here's the thing. So blessing in disguise, we can jump in to the $100,000 no limit hold'em tournament pretty close to, well, much sooner than we would have expected, which is good. We can get a little bit of play. For those of you that put the oopsie password in, you'll be in. So let's do it. I don't need to wait. I'm not tilted. It was only an hour. Ready to go. All right, folks. We just inhaled a No Butcher Italian cold cut Patty brought us with some potato salad. And I'm about to share something with you. You ready for this? Magic's about to happen. Absolute magic's going to happen. This is a big week, and it starts now. I feel great physically. Got a great night's sleep last couple nights. Raring to go. We've got a big week, like I said. We got the 100K. We got the 50K Poker Players Championship. We got the 250K. We got big money on the line. This is a big week to make or break how we're going to look by the end of it. And I feel great. Like I said, magic's going to happen. We're going to go in there. We're going to play great. And did I say great yet? Have I said great? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Great things. Magic, actually. Magic about to happen. Be ready to go. one break. There's only gonna be one more break because we play. There he is. What's up, champ? Yeah, sure. What was I saying? Yeah. So far, nothing. I made one little flush, which was nice. One 3-bet went bad, got jammed on, and a lot of little pairs trying to hit some flops. Got their hands trying to hit some flops. We got 543 from 600. It's fine, you know. It's first, and then we got a hand breakdown. Let's just do that. Let's do the hand breakdown. It's a small hand, but I think there's some interesting aspects to it that you might learn something from. All right, straight to the hand breakdown. This is pretty early on for me. You know, I just sat down. The blinds are 3,000, 5,000 with a 5,000 big blind ante. I start the hand with whatever, almost 600,000. So about 100 big blind, 100 something big blinds deep. Mikita Bajakowski in the one hole under the gun min raises to 10K. Folds round to us. We have a 3K small blind, which is slightly bigger than the normal, which would be 2,500, which means you should play slightly more hands from there, right? You're getting a slightly better price. We have a hand that we can certainly do a few things with. Good 3-bet. And I think call. I think fold is a little too tight, 7-handed, despite you know, his raising position, because we have ace of diamonds, 10 of hearts. So again, I could 3-bet this out of position. At that stack depths, he's a good player. It causes a lot of problems. I say, okay, let's just take a flop with it, right? Flop comes, ace of clubs, 8 of diamonds, deuce of clubs. I check, and he bets 7,000, which is pretty customary. There's 10, 20, 30, 35 in the pot. He's betting 7, which is very aligned with, you know, theory. He knows what he's doing, right? He's going to bet that, I would say, almost always. He's betting that flop in that spot to try to clear out some queen jacks, king jacks, whatever. You know, sometimes that's why the bet size makes sense. We have ace 10, really nothing to do here but call. I mean, really check raising doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We just call. Now the turn is a 6 of diamonds. So it brings a backdoor diamond draw. You've got the front door club draw. And now you've got some other straight draws out there. It's 44,000 in the pot. Check, obviously. He bets 50,000 in 4. So a little bit of an overbet. Okay? So what are we thinking here? What do we got to think about? We got to think about several things. First and foremost, do we beat his value bets? I don't think his value bets bet that size. Remember what we talked about many times if you watch the super high rollable videos. Overbets are polarizing, meaning they're very, very strong, or they're draws or they're bluffs, right? So if he's very, very strong, we don't beat any very, very strong, right? He could have 2 pair, he could have a set, he could have ace king, ace queen, potentially. Those are the value hands, right? Now, what are the other hands he could have? Well, he could easily have something like 9-10 suited, one of the flush draws and a gut shot. He can have a whole bunch of straight and flush draws, right? So best case scenario is he's bluffing with a shit ton of outs, right? Worst case scenario, we're already dead, right? Like we're just behind and we need to catch a miracle. Right, there's one added consideration that you have to think about. If I call this turn out of position, what now? What now on so many rivers? A club, a diamond, a straight card? Am I just calling the 50K and then going to call off 200-300 more? Very, very dicey spot, right? So it's a pretty tight fold. I think like ace queen I'm certainly calling, and that's probably my ace jack is probably like a flip. But I think with ace 10, again, because I don't think we beat any real value, you know, against that size, he's saying, listen, I got it or I got a big draw. We don't have the hand that deals well against that. So, you know, plus actually one key factor, I mean, a little bit, is I have a 10 of hearts, which can block 9-10 of hearts. And, you know, that's about it actually. Anyway, not that important. But early, you know, you're just sort of playing there's some interesting dynamics with the table because we got some wild men at the table. We got Talal, who's very aggressive. You know, he'll fight for pots. You know, he's not a guy you just 3-bet and he folds. He's gonna 4-bet you and do stuff. So we're just playing a little bit of a small ball-ish type approach with some jabs. We threw one jab against Mikita. He raised, and I had ace 5 in the big, and I 3-bet it, and he jammed. But other than that, you know, just chill. So this is Mikita Bajakowski. He was asking me about the fantasy draft and how it works. So here's the deal. This is my friend Eric Wasserson. He wasn't going to play any World Series events, but he wants a piece of the team, right? He said, I don't play. You got to play because we didn't get the guy we want. So now he's playing a 100K high roller, and he's never played one ever before. So just think about that when you're trying to bluff somebody. Don't bluff this fucking guy. He doesn't know. He's the wrong guy to bluff.
It's bad.
But he's my horse. He's on the
bad
fantasy
to bluff
team.
people that don't generally play higher.
Well, no, but you did. He played the 25K heads up. You almost won it.
I didn't
Top
really
8.
almost win.
You came top 8. You cashed. That's good.
I came in 5th.
Yeah, well, whatever. That's pretty good.
Not
No limit hold'em. Let's go. Okay, let's do a hand breakdown while we hit the rebuy cage. We're going to have to rebuy.
So I have 260,000. That's 6 and 12,000 blinds. Bao Ding raises under the gun to 24. Chris Brewer calls on the cutoff. We have Jack of Hearts, 10 of clubs. We call from the big blind. Flop is 10, 7, 3, 2 diamonds. Check, check, check. Turn is the 5 of diamonds. I elect to go for 60,000. Bao calls. River's another 7. And I have 160 left. So my choices are check call, try to pick off a bluff, or, you know, bet it to get some value. And if he has me, he has me. We went the latter, so we went all in for 160. He called me with the king 8 of diamonds, which he had the flush, had us bet already. No, I don't have any issue with anything about that. I mean, if he bets the flop, might get it in there. As played, yeah, no oopsie there. Just top pair, lose. Okay, on to the next one. All right, we got a vlog exclusive. Check this out. We got a vlog exclusive. Chamath decided that he wanted to announce his run for presidency here on the vlog. You're not gonna announce? You're supposed to do it right now.
Canadian Prime Minister.
Oh, you can go for that? You replaced Trudeau? Okay. There we go. We got Chamath in the house. Oh, you can't run.
Not in America. I could be governor.
Governor. Okay, so is that what you're gonna do? No? You're just gonna
tried
keep.
that once.
You did?
Well, I tweeted it.
You tweeted it. Okay. I tried that once. I tweeted it. That's cool. Here we are in the high roller. Bullet number 2. New table. A couple of our horses in this one. David Peters, Brian Kim. We got Ross over there. Ben Lamb running in the 08. Fresh stack for us on bullet number 2. Just made a laydown. We don't have the threshold for that. It's 4-way action. Check raise all in. I call. You have a spade draw. You have ace jack. All right. No spade, please. All right. GG. All right, on second bullet, we got 694. Start with 600. We got a hand breakdown. That one just there was right after a hand that we definitely want to share. It was an intense one. It was 2 time banks. Look at that. All right, so new table. Looks like a good table. I pick up 2 black 10s under the gun +1, and I min raise to 32. Under the gun +2 sits Ben Heath. Says how much you're playing. He's got more. Da da da. He calls. Everybody folds. The flop comes 6 deuce 4 rainbow. I bet 45,000 on the flop. He raises to 112,000. Okay, so I have concerns here. I have concerns about jacks, queens, kings, aces, pocket 6s, pocket deuces, pocket 4s. That's it, right? We beat everything else. I call. Turn is a 7. I check. He goes all in. I have 360 or so left. So the question is, yeah, I originally thought like aces was possible, but not aces. He could have jacks, queens. So here's the thing. He could have the things that beat us. All I said, deuces, 4s, 6s, 7s now beat us because he turns a set of 7s. And that's a reasonable possibility that would raise flop with. And then, of course, jacks, queens, kings, probably not aces, obviously. And then the bluffs are, like, he could have 5s, which is a straight draw now. He could have, like, just ace 5 suited or something like that and raise flop with a gutter and an ace high and then just, you know, turn up open-ended and go for it. So, I don't know. I thought about it. I used 2 time banks, and I don't know. This can't be a mistake because I don't think it matters much. It's one of those spots that's mostly indifferent. I don't think it matters too much, generally speaking, whether you call or fold with the 10s. You have to probably call sometimes and fold sometimes. And I just felt like he had it, and I could be dead wrong. Maybe he bluffed me. If he did, bravo. We laid down the 10s, and we picked up the ace jack on the very next hand and was able to bust Chad E. So, yeah, tough spot. Just a tough spot. You know? Sometimes you got to make some good laydowns, though, right? You don't just want to call and be like, yeah, I figure, you know, go with my instinct. My instinct said he had me. When he raised me on the flop, I thought so. So, could have been a set, could have been air, could have been ace 5 suited. I don't know, though. What the fuck's he calling? Ace 5? Maybe. I don't know. I think he had it. What do you think? Do you think he had it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. You should start a thread. See what you got. We should do a poll. See if you can do a poll, Christian. I don't know if that's a possibility, but did he have it or not? I don't know. All right. New to my table is we have Lady Gaga.
No game book, no future.
Yeah, that team, no gamble, no future, no good. Their team's dead.
No, best team.
Your team's good. You have a Bindao.
Yeah,
Bao Ding, whatever, you know what I mean.
Team Lady Gaga the best team.
Team Lady Gaga. That's
Team
his team.
no game no future, no future.
That's
It's
what I
real,
said.
no
It's
future.
real, no future. No team, no future. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you win. Your team's good.
I think it will.
All right, we move to a new table with our stack over here, and there's Jerome. Reporter. Just like the old days, Mr. Phil Ivey raking in pots here at the World Series of Poker. You love to see it, Phil. Give the people at home what they want, a big old smile. What's that? Look at that grin. See, only DNeg can get him to grin like that. That's what the people say. Phil's a death stare except when I'm around. And we got Freddie, old school.
Welcome to the big line.
Thanks, bud. What do you look? Got a situation. We got queens. He's got ace jack for a big one.
What happened? He was bluffing?
He was, yeah.
Good call, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. I think I might have another big one here. Ace 8 against king jack suited. There's jack jack. That's a problem. Ace.
What?
All right. All right, back to the drawing board. We were at 1.2. Now we're on 450, which is 15 bigs. That pot had 1.3 million in it. It went like this. I linked for 30 in the small blind. He made it 90. I jammed his 600 and something, and he called with king jack suited, and he won. So now we have to get back on the grind. That would have been nice. Would have like 1.9, almost 2 million in chips. Got to win those all-ins. Next one, obviously. Pretty key. I have a pair of fours. Renlin a pair of aces. We got problems. We got big trouble. We need a 4. We need a 4. Or we play triple draw. Diamond no good.
Black no
Must
side.
be a 4. Okay, almost 4. Okay, good luck. Good luck. That was fun. All right, so we busted with 10 minutes left. Ren raised. We jammed 4s with 12 and a half bigs. He had aces. And now we're going to jump into the deuce 7 triple draw because the show must go on. Quick stop and then max late reg. A little bit of a line, max late reg. Got a fake Newton thingy in my belly. And we're going to play deuce 7 triple draw. Obviously disappointing day. 2 bullets. Not a ton went right. I won those queens with the ace jack. Then the key pot was the ace 8 against king jack of hearts. Yeah, now, I mean, I didn't really hit any flops, didn't hit any sets, and didn't make nothing happen, didn't find good spots. Just one of those days, and it's a very fast structure. The 100K is kind of turbo-y, as you can see. We're already at like, well, buy-in tomorrow will be 15 bigs you can late reg with. So it goes fast, not a lot of time to maneuver, and you got to just win hands, and that we just didn't today. All right, well, maybe we'll win the triple draw. We just move on to the next one. That's how we roll. This is our triple draw seed. In the meantime, let's find out what's bothering you today, Mr. Kessler.
What's bothering you today, Alan?
You completely ignored that I have not only 100, not only 101, but now today 102 cash.
Who cares about cashes? What does that pay? Nothing. Nobody else cares. Only you.
I care.
So where are you? Like, you want to get to 5,000 cashes and never win one? Is that the goal? Huh?
No,
Are you? Who's the all-time leader in cashes without a bracelet? Is it you?
No.
Roland?
Roland.
So you're second. You're second on the list.
You have a lot of fake stats on WSOP, but I'm going to get.
I don't have any fake stats because I don't care.
No,
Those are your stats. So that's what you're upset about, that I have fake stats?
No, they can have segregated.
Finally got one.
Racing
Finally got
events,
stuff.
online events, circuit events.
Well, who cares?
I care. Phil Hellmuth cares.
Only you two. Okay, well, make your own list. There we go, Alan Kessler. Upset about the points. There we go. Bad new start. Let's go. Hey, I should drink tonight, but we're not going to. After 2 bullets, feel like drinking. Look what else we found here in a $1,500 triple draw. That looks to be the man, the myth, the legend, Victor Blom, Isildur, back in action, playing some triple draw. How you been, son? The people need to know.
I've been good.
Yeah? Playing a lot of poker?
Not so much.
Just enjoying life?
Yeah.
That's what you should do. You're a young man, right? It's good to see you, buddy. There we go. All right, I won the first 2 big pots in triple draw.
and I had 50K, which was like double stacked, and I didn't win another pot. The guy on my right made so many hands. I just didn't win anything. So that's the end of the night. We got to figure out what the heck we're going to do tomorrow, because tomorrow we have like a boatload of options in terms of what to do. There is game 5. There is 10K racks. There is a 3K 6 max no limit. There is a $600 half no limit, half PLO, right? If we go wild and play like just the poker, that means we're not going to go to the game. The other problem I have is I promised, I think about at least about 4 to 6 people already. That I didn't promise, but I said, okay, we can get you tickets with my seats. But I have 4 seats. And it's like, so what I'm thinking right now is that maybe, you know, maybe we just do like Josh, Ben Lamb, and Was with no one else, but they all, I don't know, people will be upset. I don't know, I sort of screwed that up. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just give up my seat. We'll see. I don't know. But frustrating day today, as you saw, but that's all right. We got our head up, and we're going to win the 250K. We're going to win a bunch of stuff. You got to win, you know, in the high rollers, you really you got to make a mark. You just got to win those all ins, and we just didn't today. That ace-8 against King Jack, boy, whew, it was a good shape there. Well, I mean, decent shape. All right, Pope, that's it. Yep. Good night, y'all.